A Singapore-based container ship collided with one of the pillars of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, bringing down the bridge. The ship had Indian sailors, and the mayor and the governor of Maryland thanked the crew for alerting them to the impending disaster, because once they knew that there was a Mayday sign, they stopped traffic on the bridge and minimized losses. A few casualties have happened. I'm going to show you the entire details, what happened, where it started, how it could have been prevented, or is there any other thing to look at? Like, for example, is there a sabotage that took place? Here's a small slide deck that explains to you what happened. The Scott Key Bridge, Francis Scott Key, is like the Rabindranath Tagore for United States, because it was his poem that is the national anthem. I just wanted to put that out there to get some idea of the context. In fact, President Joe Biden has said that the federal government, that is the central government, will be actually footing the expenses for restoring this bridge. That's the latest information on this. So what happened? The Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed early today after the large Singapore-flagged container ship Dali struck a primary support column. 2 people have been rescued. 1 is seriously injured, and 7 people are currently missing, although there may be more. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says the crew on board issued a Mayday and told officials on shore they were experiencing a power outage, so traffic over the bridge was halted. These people are heroes. They saved lives last night, Wes Moore says. So what really happened? According to marine traffic, the ship departed the 𝗣𝗲𝗿 Marine Terminal. I'm going to give you the map. In the port of Baltimore at around 12:41 in the early hours of the day, sailed northwest past the nuclear ship Savannah, then turned southeast to depart the harbor, released the tugboats, and collided with the bridge at around 1:28. The vessel appeared to have hit one of the supports of the Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing the roadway to break apart in several places and plunge into the water. The ship caught fire and appeared to sink. So here is the route. From the harbor at 12:41 a.m., then it comes in and then it hits the bridge at 1:28 a.m. And then to the right is the Atlantic Ocean. Vessel traffic service cameras captured footage of the collision. The ship's lights went out twice before the collision, indicating possible issues in the engine room. I'm going to show you the video right now. Let's finish watching the video and then we'll continue this. Power loss first time. Power comes back. Thick smoke coming from the engine. Power loss again. And recovery. You can see the lights back on. And just around that time, the collision happened and the bridge just fell down. So despite the quick restoration of the lighting, this suggests a full blackout occurred, prompting the emergency generator to restore basic electrical services and lighting. Without propulsions or tugboats, a ship this size is nearly impossible to stop. The emergency generator does not connect to propulsion, but should support steering and navigation systems, but the ship's heading appears to have been pushed off course by the wind directly into the support column. So the wind actually pushed the ship, which was kind of without power, into the support column, and thereby it damaged the support column, bringing down the bridge. Ships are not required to have tugboat escorts when passing under the Francis Scott Key bridges, so they have limited ability to slow down on their own. Then they lose power and cannot put the propeller into reverse. According to past photos, the ship is equipped with a bow thruster. However, these are not typically connected to emergency power systems. Even if it were engaged, bow thrusters are designed for slow speed maneuvers and have a limited ability to push the bow into the wind when the ship's speed exceeds 5 knots. Now, Early morning photos of the ship show that the port anchor was dropped. So the ship had actually dropped anchor. Whether it dropped anchor after the collision or before the collision is something that will have to be examined. The possibility of a cyber attack cannot be ruled out. That's the most important takeaway. Why would there be a cyber attack? I think I've said this before also. There was a similar thing that happened in 2011 on the high seas on a cruise ship having thousands of passengers. And the cruise ship completely stopped in the high seas. And what had happened was the entire electronics stopped functioning. And there was enough indication to show that one rogue country had indeed done this, and then it had escaped. Part of the reason for that was that by the time the US Department contacted the then President Obama, and something was planned, this instigator which had done the EMP was long gone. And there was a clarification. There's a website that showed what happened, because it was, the fingers were pointing to Russia, and Russia said, it is not us, and here's why. So a lot of intrigue there. Did the same thing happen now? It is possible. Whether it is that or not, only investigation will find out and unearth it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications.